Hey, even if you don't believe it, you have a purpose. There's a reason that you're here on Earth. And the age-old question, what is my purpose? Do you actually have a purpose? What is purpose? They're the type of questions that I'm going to go over today. The sad reality is a lot of people don't believe they have a purpose. They go through life making mistake after mistake, and they leave everything up to chance. And then they get to the end of their life and they wonder, what was the point of this all? I refuse to live like this. I put years into studying this topic, figuring it out in my own life, as when I was a teenager, I struggled a lot with meaning and purpose. And this ultimately led me to indulging in activities that weren't good for my mental health, weren't good for my physical health, and was leading me down a path that ultimately was not leading to anywhere productive. Hi, my name's Sam Yates. I'm 24. I live in Brisbane, Australia, and I'm a qualified paramedic who's currently working as a youth worker. I struggled with pornography for over 11 years and drugs and alcohol for about 4 or 5 years. It all boiled down to a lack of meaning and purpose in my life. That is why I'm going to dedicate my life to helping you guys find your meaning and purpose. So the topics that we're going to go over today, when we're talking about purpose, they're quite deep. They might require some pausing, some reflecting, etc. And the first question we're going to go over is, do you have a purpose? And the answer is yes, I really do believe that you guys have a purpose. Think about this. If you live life not to your full potential, so if you're living life a slave to your addictions, a slave to your emotions, you have no identity, somebody tells you that you don't look good today and you just, lose it, and then your self-worth gets diminished. Your purpose on life could be to literally amplify somebody else's life. They could look at yours and be like, I don't want to live like that. And so they decide to live the ultimate life. Your purpose could be to warn others to live the craziest life. Everyone has a purpose, whether they believe it or not. If you don't believe it though, that's the issue, where you live life up to chances, you make mistakes, and your purpose could be to warn other people to live their best life. I'm just going to die one day, you say. None of this matters. Look, just gonna die, bro. We're all gonna be 6 feet under the ground. Bro, you literally woke up one day on Earth with 8 billion other people floating on a rock through space. There's this old story where this pirate woke up on a pirate ship. And what did he do straight away? He went and asked the captain, oh, where are we going? Where did we come from? And where do we go? Bro, you woke up on Earth, and instead of figuring out why am I here or where am I going, you're just going through the day-to-day life, making mistakes, getting hurt by people, wondering what is the point of this all, instead of putting your head down and doing some hard yards and trying to actually figure out what your purpose is. Another way that I know that your life is meaningful and that you have purpose is because if you were to call your mum or, somebody in your family right now and just start abusing them, they're going to be tripping out and they could have the worst day of their life. They could be mean to somebody else, and that life could, affect somebody else's life. And to tell me that you don't have any meaning or purpose, that doesn't make sense to me. So what is purpose? I still haven't explained what purpose is, but now you know you have purpose, because what is the point of living this life for no reason? That's basically what purpose is. Purpose is why you're here on Earth. Now, what is this purpose? And to explain what is purpose, I need to give some context to this. When you're younger, in preschool, in kindy, or whatever, it's a child's natural urge to steal things, to gather things for itself, to not to share. These behaviors can travel through life, and when people are getting older, their purpose is to acquire, get the new house, get the new car, get the new girl, all these things. That is a childlike behavior that travels through life. Instead of trying to collect Legos, people are trying to collect Lamborghinis, as Owen McManus said. Then when people mature out of that stage, they go to experiences. They think the whole purpose of life is to go and see that place. It's to go to the ski slopes in Canada, as everyone does in Australia, or go to Greece in summer and go swimming, or go and see the Eiffel Tower. And then they realize once they get there that, oh, my mum's not here with me. Oh, I gotta take a photo and send it to mum. Oh, I gotta post this on my Instagram for everybody to see. Experiences are only worthwhile when experienced with other people. So what does that mean? That means that people dictate everything. That means that people are the most important thing. Experiences without people are meaningless. So what does this mean then? We are put on earth with 8 billion other people, and everything rises and falls with people. You get affirmed by people. You get brought down by people. People give you jobs. I'm talking to people. I'm doing this for people. I have found that your purpose is realized when you stop thinking about yourself and you start thinking about other people. Everything is about people. You cannot hide from people. People make you smile, people make you frown, people make you happy, people make you sad. So purpose is why you're here, and your purpose involves people. So what is your purpose? We all go through certain things in life. Nobody's had an easy life, whether it's being bullied at school, and this causes your mindset to be altered and you don't trust people through life, or your self-image is low. Or like my story, being addicted to pornography for over 11 years, and I didn't even want to. And then this turned into getting addicted to drugs, drinking excessively all the time, hanging out with the wrong people, getting busted and going to court. Like, these are the certain things that were happening in my life, and I'm sure you guys have a story as well. Your purpose is therefore found in becoming the best version of yourself and then helping everyone around you become like that. This is what ultimately gives you purpose. If you guys feel like you don't have any purpose in your life, I guarantee it is because you are thinking about yourself too much. You were caught up in this in your mind. You were going day to day thinking, how do I look? Oh, I hope they like me. Oh, I'm never going to be the person that I can be. You're stuck in your own head thinking about yourself too much. Is this all a little bit too much for you? Don't worry, it took me over 24 years to realize this. And it took me over 4 to 5 years of deep searching to realize this as well. Purpose is not found in achieving something or getting something. Purpose is found in becoming something. It is well known that more riches, a bigger house, a nicer car, and a nicer girl don't fill that hole that is in your heart. They don't fill that void. Just go and read a book. There's millions of books on this topic. Or go and look online that they get to a point where they have billions, and then they start helping people out. They ditch the company and they start helping people out. Why? Because the more money or the bigger company or everything like that doesn't give them the purpose. The only way to truly live in purpose is to become the best version of yourself possible. Because if you were to get that job that you guys are seeking after so much, or to get that house that you guys have wanted for so long, you are still the same person in that situation. You still have those traumas that you haven't dealt with. You still have those negative self-beliefs you haven't dealt with. You're still unkind to people. You're still unkind to yourself and your family. Your person hasn't changed. You haven't changed, but you've just acquired things. So now that you understand this, it requires some deep questioning. Deep questions such as, what is holding me back? Who is holding me back from being the best version of myself? Do I get angry easily? Am I unkind? Do I have self-belief issues? Do I have an addiction that is robbing me of joy? Do I think about myself too much? These are the type of questions that you have to start asking yourself. Additionally, if you want to find your purpose, good questions to ask are, who do I want to be? Do I want to be a family man with kids? Do I want to be a public speaker? Do I want to have a YouTube channel? Do I want to teach? What is the best version of myself possible? If I could dream a dream and it'd be the best version of myself possible, what does that person look like? And then if you are not those things now, which nobody is the best version of themselves, but if you are not that version of yourself now, well, then it's time to start working towards it. If you want to be a public speaker, it's time to invest in your communication skills. It's time to start doing courses. If you're unkind, it's time to be kind to 3 people today. Comment on someone's Instagram post, but mean it inside. Realize that maybe you've been lying and actually change that in yourself. Just because people haven't been kind to you doesn't mean that you can't be kind to other people. There's this thing that I've realized after working with people lately is that people use their experiences as excuses not to live their best life. 2 things can be true at the same time. You can be treated bad by somebody, but you can also be a kind person. Just because you're treated bad by somebody doesn't mean you have to reciprocate that behavior towards other people. Reading books on the type of people that you want to become, that's awesome as well. buying books on public speaking, as I said, buying books on self-development. Self-development's the best. I got a book here, like The Courage to Be Disliked. I had an issue with, I was worried that people were gonna look at me bad, and I was worried that, I was gonna be embarrassed, I was going to not do well. But then when you pick up a book that sorts out that problem, you develop the skill, and then you can step into becoming the best version of yourself possible. That is really where purpose is. Once you start becoming the best version of yourself possible, and you get to a point where you start understanding that, "Oh, okay, I know what to do to get to where I want to be." You can then start extending your hand to the community around you. You can share your struggles and help people through the pain. Because you have already sorted this out, you become a sort of authority figure or a leader in this space, and you can help those people around you. This ultimately gives you a real sense of purpose as well. We think of purpose as, or I thought of purpose as a place where you get to. I thought that one day you would just wake up or you'd get a vision and be like, this is my purpose. But I've realized that purpose is more something that you experience day to day. And you experience it when you elevate yourself to become the best version possible and you help other people around you. I struggled with addiction for years. I hid it from people. It caused issues in my life. I became a compulsive liar. I was destructing my mind. There was so many issues that came, but now that I decided to clean myself up fully, which was extremely hard, but worth it, now I can help other people out there around me, and now I'm living in my purpose. I had to desire to change. I had to desire to become the best version of myself possible, and then help other people around me. So this is a crazy thought that I have, and I know that people are people, and people aren't going to live up to their highest expectation, the highest version of themselves. But imagine a world where everybody aimed to become the best version of themselves possible, put in the hard work, read the books, watched the videos, etc., started living this life of, a higher purpose, and then they started helping everyone else around them. Imagine a world that was like that. I hope this wasn't too deep for you guys. I hope that these concepts can relate. I hope that it's not just something that's in my head and I communicated it properly. But yeah, I truly believe that you guys have a purpose and that you guys are here for a reason. If I can overcome my addictions, if I can get out of those struggles, if I can start posting videos on YouTube and not care about people's opinions of me, so can you. If any of this resonated with you guys and you still want to work deeper, you want to have some framing, some experience from me put into you guys, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, basically, please click the Calendly link in the bio, pick a time, and the first session's completely free. We'll talk through everything, figure out where you are now and where you want to go. And remember, guys, you guys have meaning and purpose. There's a reason that you're here on Earth. There's a reason that you exist. All right. Cheers, guys. Bye.